Hey, and welcome back to Mom's Intuition Podcast, where everything is raw and uncut. We are rated explicit, so feel free to speak as you please. Prevention of slander, we ask that you do not use any names to prevent slander cases. You can follow us on Instagram at Mom's Intuition, our fan page, underscore Mom's Intuition Podcast. On Twitter, we're at underscore Mom's Intuition. You can also go on our YouTube. We post all of our videos, every episode on YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or press the notification button for us for following whenever you know that we have a new episode. I am your co-host Dominique, sitting here with my partner in crime, Tay.
Hey y'all.
So, ladies, get ready to grab your tea, your drink, your blunts, and let's have that salon talk. We about to get into it. So, Miss Jennie, tell us about you. Tell us what you do, where you're from. Give us a little background.
Okay, I am from Dallas, Texas. I live in Charleston right now. I have three kids, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-month-old baby girl. The other two are boys. And right now I do photography and I stay at home.
Oh, wow.
I needed a
Okay.
flexible job where I make my own hours.
So, do you have like a huge collage of everything that you've taken pictures of for your photography?
I have a few things on Instagram, but other than that, I actually have been really lazy lately since I was very sick when I was pregnant. So I haven't really
Understandable.
updated anything in a while.
Okay, understandable. Yeah, you got a little 3 month. She's a baby. She's
Yeah.
still the baby that you gotta like hold even when they're asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are some of your challenges as a mom?
I would say, I guess, finding time for myself because I tend to put, my husband's needs, the kids' needs ahead of me. And one day somebody asked me what I like to do, and I literally could not answer it because I've been like
Oh,
so immersed in the kids' lives. And because besides, staying home, like I actually teach them too. So I have my oldest son, he's in violin and baseball, and then I'm like always reading to them and taking them outside. So it's like my time is revolved around them. When they get settled, then it's, I got to get dinner ready for the husband. And
Yeah.
I literally don't really, make time for myself as I should. So that
Yeah.
would be like one of the biggest struggles right now.
Okay.
okay.
So yeah.
Would you say have you had any issues with like postpartum? Because I know I also just had a baby, like my baby just turned 5 months. So me personally, I know I'm dealing with postpartum. So would you say that you may be dealing with postpartum after having a baby?
I would say I dealt with it after all three.
Okay.
The first one more so because I didn't want to be pregnant when I got pregnant with the first one. So it
Mm-hmm.
kind of felt like my life was being taken away from me. Like
Yes.
things I like to do, I couldn't just up and go do.
Yeah.
And then we moved to a new city when he was 4 months old. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know anyone, no support system.
Yeah.
My husband was working 14-hour days. So
Yeah.
literally, like I'm with the baby all day, every day, going crazy.
Yeah.
And like my mom actually, I remember when I first had him, she was like, "You don't need postpartum. You won't get postpartum. That's a white woman issue." And
Ooh.
so, yeah, so I'm literally
Yeah.
like suffering and not knowing that that's what that was. Like all the
Yeah.
thoughts I was having and just the stress and crying and
Man, I hate when
Yeah.
the
yeah,
older generation think that all those, I guess people want to call them new words, or
yeah,
because they say it a lot for depression and anxiety. Oh, that's not black people's issues, that's white people issues. And I
yeah,
suffer from anxiety and I suffer from depression myself. And I have a therapist. I have a psychiatrist. I'm on, medicine to help me. So it's just, I think they don't understand that just because in their generation these weren't issues, or y'all didn't know that this was y'all issue, doesn't make it where when the younger generation is saying it, we're full of shit.
yeah,
It is people that do misuse the word depression, and it's very fucking annoying. kids that are way younger than us. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying they're depressed just because they're not getting good grades in school.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. And so, how long have you been married?
7 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what was your wedding day like?
So we met in college. So I guess we dated all throughout college. We had a little breakup, two breakups.
Mhm.
And then we kind of just sat and had dinner one day. Like we had been talking about marriage and we just agreed to get married. And
Mhm.
I remember when we went to go pick up what was it? Our license or that 3 day thing you have to do. I forgot what it's called. We actually got in an argument. Get it? We
Oh.
got in an argument over a
Oh.
parking spot. We didn't get the license. And so
Instead of parking
a week
spot.
later, we went back, got the license, waited 3 days. We went to a park in Addison, Texas, and hired somebody for $75 to marry us.
Oh wow.
Really?
I
Yeah.
used to
Wow.
live in Addison with my son's father Terrence. Yeah. We used to live in Addison. Then we moved from Addison to Plano. So we were
Okay.
always on the move. I think my daughter's she went to like at least 3 different schools. I'm not even gonna kid you. Like she went to 3 different schools, but she always made friends at these different schools. So you say you guys had an argument over a parking spot. What was your worst
Oh,
breakup like?
uh, in college, he broke up with me because I was his first girlfriend, and he was like, this was too easy. You just fell in my lap." But I was like, "But I like you.
Oh
Like,
my
why do
God.
we have to play games?" And
Right.
so, I could tell he wanted to break up with me. We can just break up or whatever. And yeah, we broke up, and he's a shy guy. Well,
Mhm.
and so he never did anything, but we stayed apart for what was it? I want to say we did 3 months. We were broken up, and then we got together. Then we broke up again. But he wanted to date other girls, and so that was really hard because I'm like, well, what's wrong with me? Like, why
Yeah.
don't you like me? But it was like the age thing, curiosity. Luckily it didn't kill him, but
Yeah.
Right?
but yeah. So yeah, 7 years now, and then we've been
Okay.
together, I guess, officially like 10 years.
Okay. That sounds good. Um,
Yes.
let's see. So, what would be a perfect, like, okay, so what would be like the perfect date night for you? Like, you have a lot of people that go to the movies, you have people that like to do picnics. Like, what is your idea date night?
I like to do stuff that's adventurous and where
Mm-hmm.
you have to like talk or like strategize. So
Mm-hmm.
I love escape rooms. We've done all the
Okay.
escape
I
rooms in
love them
Charleston.
too. I've
I
only
like
done them
doing
here in Vegas.
like
That's the
ropes
first
courses.
time.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love them. We even took the kids with us sometimes because we couldn't get a sitter, but it worked out.
Oh
It,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I did the
Or
same
like
thing. My
even
girls
oh
and my little boy was with me. We're all in there
The
in the
cooking.
escape room. And my first escape room was here in Vegas,
yeah.
and I've only been
Okay.
to one. So I'm like, I got to cover a lot more escape
Oh, you gotta
rooms
do
because
more. You gotta do more.
you have to. You have to. But yeah, go ahead
Yeah.
and continue.
Oh well, I like those. I mean, we tend to get in arguments, so it's just funny. Or ropes courses where you have to also just anything that makes you think and you have to engage with the other person. Because I always tell them like a movie is not a date. Like we can do
Yeah,
this at home.
because
It's not a date.
yeah.
We just hanging out.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So, what would you say your relationship is like with your parents and your in laws?
Well,
You sound like
I would say just growing pains and all around. I mean, I guess with my parents, like my relationship with my dad is really good. I would say that. I would with my mom, it's been a struggle. But just recently, after having my second child, it got better. Like she was more like, I guess, there for me on the emotional side that I didn't get when I was growing up. Because there were
Okay.
times like I brought issues up to her and she would just kind of sweep it under the rug. Oh, you're making a big deal out of it. Oh, it doesn't matter. Get over it, you
Uh-oh.
know? So I just shut down. And
Yeah.
so I never really opened up to anyone. And so, I mean, it was a struggle with that. And then like my dad, like things that women, you want to talk to another female about. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, that I guess they're stable now, stable relationships now. Um, with my in-laws. So my husband is Nigerian.
Okay.
Okay.
He's Nigerian. And so I remember when I started dating him in college, like honestly, I didn't know there was like I saw people like that had different names, but I'm like, oh, they're just black, you know. I never like
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
thought different of them. But when I got to college, people were like, "Oh, did you know he's Nigerian?" I was like, "No, I just thought he had a cool name."
Yeah.
And so they were like, "Oh, his family, they're not going to accept you," and da 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 da. And
Oh,
I will say,
wow.
some of his family members did not accept me being like a black African American person.
Wow.
Uh,
Oh wow.
but like his mom, though, she was always nice to me.
Mm.
But yeah, I definitely saw a few of that, or like I would go to engagements and hear whispers, or it would be
Oh
like, "Oh, is she
no.
American?" You know, it was almost like
Yep. They
getting
don't like
into a
us.
white family, but not
Yeah,
as
they
bad as
yeah,
that.
they do not, even though they black, they do not like black American people. They do not like us at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, we're I don't know
And
why,
in
but we're
college,
bumping
I
heads
learned,
for sure.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But in college, like I had never heard the word akata. I remember hearing that, and I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And it was like it's a derog. It's basically like nigga for that's what they call like Black
Oh.
Americans, akata. And so,
What?
like, no one's ever said it to
Wow.
my face, but I found that out in college
Yeah.
by my
Yeah.
other Nigerian or just from the African continent diaspora.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
That's crazy.
now Tay, what would you say your relationship is like with your parents and your in-laws?
My mama, that's my dog. I love my mama.
Shout out to mama.
Yes. I could talk to her about any and
Yeah.
everything. My daddy, no, I don't talk to him at all. My in-laws, love them to death. I definitely talk to them like every single freaking
Oh,
day.
that's amazing.
Yeah, so my mother and
Okay.
my father-in-law, yeah, I love them. Like they're like my real parents. So yeah, I talk to them just like I talk to my mama. But yeah, my dad, I don't have no type of conversations with him. No, no, none of that. Like I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
I'm
crazy.
good
Ours is
on
like
that.
the opposite. Like I just had my dad, like
Yeah,
nobody
See,
yeah,
else.
and you guys' stories are very inspiring. They're really
yeah,
great. But I'm like the opposite of both of you. Okay.
yeah.
So my relationship with my parents, I have a great relationship with my dad.
Mm,
I should call him more, but I do try to see him anytime I come home.
yeah.
So the next time I come home in a couple of weeks, I'm going to see him for sure. Because
Mm.
he's like, you didn't call me any other time. You always come see me when you want something. And I'm like, no, Dad. Sometimes I just come see you because I'm bringing my kids to see you. They need to know
Yeah.
their grandpa. You're the one who wants to give them money every time you see them. They don't ask you for money. You just like playing with them and giving them money so they can go buy something from the store. So I do though. I have a good relationship with my dad. Um, my mom, I don't. That she, let's just say, she taught me things that I know not to do, and she just, I don't think me and her will ever get on the same level to understand. I love you, even if you don't love me.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Whatever issues that I brought on you as a child or whatever I've done is maybe the way you treat me, or I mean, I don't see any reason to treat a child the way that I was treated, but I was just really damaged at home. So I couldn't wait to get out and go get my own place when I was 17, 18, because I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I want to escape the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got out and I lived on my own, the shit just got worse. You really started treating me really crazy. You started saying stuff to my kids that you shouldn't be saying. And then I just had to, cut my kids away from you. You won't be bringing that negativity around them. Now, with me and my mom, it's just like I see you when I see you when I'm in town, and if I don't, I don't. Other than that, I'm not trying. Anytime you try to text me, I don't answer. Anytime you try to call from a blocked number, I'm not answering. Because if I blocked you, obviously I don't want to talk to you. So
Yeah.
there's a reason for that. Now, my relationship with I have two sets of in-laws. Because my girls have the same dad and my son has another dad. So my girls in-laws, oh my God, like the shit is unreal. Like, okay, so his dad, I've never really said much to him. He's like a guy that doesn't speak. Like, he's one of those dads that's just kind of like tunnel vision. He tunes everyone out unless you're his wife. He only tunes her, like he doesn't tune anyone else in. Like, they're out. Now, his mother, that bitch, I cannot stand. I'm talking about she's the one person in my life that crawls under my fucking skin so much that when I see you, I start boiling. Like, I start getting hot as fuck because I'm just like,
Oh wow.
oh, this energy, this adrenaline. Like, I don't like you so much that I want you to touch me so I can hurt you. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, she's a terrible, terrible mother, and that I blame the way that her son is. I blame his parents, because your daddy ain't talking to you, and your mom sure can't be shit if she ain't teaching you that you should be shit, because you weren't shit before our daughters whatsoever. So it's just like that. No. Now, my son's dad,
I'm trying to nurse.
he died, and
No, you
no, you're
fine.
fine. He he lost his dad in 2018 when we moved to Vegas, actually, in February. And we weren't even in our house yet because we had just got here like February 7th, and he died February 28th. So it was a hard time for Terrence. It's really hard for him. But I was there. I don't know what it feels like to lose somebody, because I have 5 other siblings. They're all alive. I have both my parents. They're all alive. Even my grandma, I'm not even that close to her, but she's alive, and I found out I have her number. Like, I can talk to her. But any other family, like my dad, our uncles, like his family, he had like 11 kids in his family. And like
Oh wow.
all of them have fucking died but one uncle right now. I've been to a lot of funerals with his uncles. He has one brother left, and my dad's like somewhere in the middle. So I just didn't get to meet his dad, and we knew our son is crazy, you guys. You're gonna laugh. Our son was due on July 5th. That is his dad and my dad's birthday.
Oh wow.
And that's when I was supposed to have TJ. And so happened I don't have luck of pregnancy. I have lupus. My health isn't always in the right place. So this was my 3rd kid. I had him early. He actually had to be in the NICU for 21 days. But now his mother, she's all right. She's all right. I can get along with her because I know she really means well, but she just doesn't know how messy she is. So it's and I can't tell if it's on purpose or not, because she's very genuine, I think. Like, I feel that she's genuine with things, but sometimes she be on some stuff. So, but I can talk to her. Like, she'll text me. I have no problem talking to his mom. His mom and I are actually we're close because her birthday is the day after mine.
Oh,
the
okay.
19th of December. Right. So maybe I just don't like dealing with people that are similar like me. Because I like to rather deal with people who are different from me. I like to learn different things. I like to see how different people are. So
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
yeah, I always want something different than what I was around or that it's a part of me. So I'd say, yeah, no, I have some interesting relationships with parents and in-laws. They're very
Yes.
interesting. Okay, so what would be, I'm sure you guys have traveled a lot, do you?
Yeah, yeah, I have. Well, especially
Okay.
before kids too.
What's the best trip you've ever taken?
I would say it's a few, but I would say Italy was one. I went with a coworker and her sister, and it was nice. Like, well, I love the gladiator stories, so I got, and then just stories from thousands of years ago. I love those stories, and I got to see those old cities and the Colosseum, and I realized that the Italian food in America is not the Italian food over there.
Oh,
I'm
that's
kind of
good to know
disappointed.
because I've always wondered that, like, because I can't wait to leave the country. I'm telling you, I can't wait. But I'm just not getting vaccinated, so I'm gonna wait till y'all stop that and cancel
Stop
that, then
spreading
I'll
stuff.
go. Yeah, right. When y'all stop worrying about that, then I'll go. But I always wondered that. I was like, when you go to Italy, do you just eat pizza and spaghetti? Like,
No, it's not even the same. Like, I feel like the pizza and stuff here is definitely more seasoned than the stuff over there. Like, we put a lot
really?
more butter and stuff in our, because I kept ordering chicken Alfredo because I wanted to mimic the Olive Garden one. And yeah, nothing
Yeah.
came close to it. I was like,
Oh
what is this?
wow.
Like, you can't, there's no, it's bland, no taste. That's probably not even a real Italian
You say
dish.
we putting the bullshit in it. We're putting the crack
Yeah.
in the shit so that you like that shit. We're putting
Yeah,
the
make it
crack in the
addictive.
fucking food.
A cup of butter
Okay.
in, one meal.
Okay. Now,
But
have
yeah.
you been anywhere else out of the country?
London, and I've been
Oh,
to places in Mexico,
I
like
like that.
Cancun and stuff.
I want to go to Cabo in Mexico. That is one of my destination plans I want to go to. I actually, when I was just in Cali, Mother's Day, a gift. We went on a trip and we went to San Diego, and
Oh, that's nice.
it's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Beautiful there. I love it there. That I actually, and I've been in LA more so like passing through it, or you know what I'm saying, just on
Yeah.
transportation wise. I never sat in LA and like hung out in LA. So I still want to go to LA because I don't feel like I
Mhm.
had a real trip there. But San Diego, if I'm like I'm going to Cali, I've been to San
Yeah.
Francisco, Sacramento, San Jose. I still would pick San Diego over everything. The food place, the Crab Hut has
Mhm.
me addicted. Addicted. So, yeah, no, I plan to do that. But when we were out there, we went on a cruise ship. Like, like the
Oh,
little
okay.
dinner chips where you drink and they
Hmm.
have dinner and everything like that.
Like the Spirit Cruise, or I don't know if that's the one you went on.
Well, we went on two actually. We did one that was a speedboat. I hated
Oh.
it because
Oh.
I don't like that shit. I've been on an actual like jet ski and I was terrified for my life when you're going so hard on the
Oh
water
yeah,
and you're
I've been on one. Yeah, you
bouncing.
feel like you're gonna fall off. Yeah.
Yes, like it's
Into the
fucking
ocean. Yep.
insane. Yes. And I'm like, nigga, we are in the ocean. Sharks smell fear. I'm good. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to fall out here. Like, I don't want to fall out here. But we seen Mexico from the edge from the beach. I think it was probably near Pacific or Ocean. But there's a cruise ship out there, and you see they show all these military tanks and ships and all this stuff that they travel, and they tell you like a whole tour about where everything is, and they're like, oh, if you look to the left, that island over there is
Oh.
Mexico. And I'm like, so motherfuckers could literally take a ship from California and just go to Mexico that motherfucking easy? Like, are you
Mhm.
kidding me? And y'all talking about y'all worried about them getting over here? Nigga, we can see y'all from where we
I
are.
know, right?
Like that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, Tay, you back. You back. I know you had to
Yes.
do some mommy duties. Mommy
Yes.
duties.
Changing
Never
Pampers.
ends.
It doesn't.
No,
It doesn't.
not at all.
It doesn't.
Um, what do you want or wish most for your kids?
Hmm. That's let's see. It's a lot. But I guess just to be like just upstanding people. I know, like, stay humble. Just don't be the asshole.
Yeah.
Definitely, take everything not necessarily serious, but I know, like, my oldest, he's doing baseball, and he
Hmm.
and the violin, and so I'm always like, how you practice is how you perform. So, like,
Hmm.
there's a time for everything, and I just want them to
Yeah.
know, like, there's a time for work, there's a time for studying, there's a time for having
Yeah.
fun, and you just have to know when to do which, and just
Yeah.
having a good balance of life, like caring about your relationships with people, and it's so much. I don't
Yeah.
even
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always been told there's a
Yeah.
time and a place. It's in some things you don't do in public, some things you handle only in your
Mhm.
house and you keep it in your
Mhm.
house. You know,
Yeah.
so that's what I've always been told.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you, is there something that your parents have done to you that you said you wouldn't do to yourself or your children?
Yeah. Definitely, I guess, like, well, with my relationship with my mom, like, the times I did try to open up to her about, like, even just something simple as, like, liking a boy or having my feelings hurt, like, she just shut it down. And
Yeah, it was like
so,
any
like,
accomplishment, they shut them down.
yeah, I just didn't have anyone to, like, go to. And it's like, I always said, like, I saw this quote and they were like, you will know you raised your kids right, or you had a good connection with them when they make a mistake and they come to you and they don't run away. And so I just
Hmm.
want to make sure that my kids know, like, they can never do anything to make me, like, disappointed in them, like, to the point where they
Right.
won't come and tell me. Like, I should be the first person they call when something goes wrong, and they shouldn't have to think
Right.
twice about it, like upsetting me.
Right.
And then that leads me into, like, religion. So,
Yeah.
like, my dad, he's, church every Sunday, Wednesday. So then you,
And
like,
how do
end up
you feel
raising your.
about that? What is your I would love to, I'm just curious to know.
Oh,
I just want to
well,
know.
right now I would say I'm okay with the spiritual part and, like, having a connection. But as far as, like, going to church and getting
The
your money
whole
every Sunday,
Jesus
that's just
story and all that.
I know, yeah, white
When
Jesus.
they say you paid me, I pray for you and you'll be
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And
Go ahead.
so,
I
oh, no,
had
no,
to
that's fine.
I had to
But,
ask that.
like, I mean, I feel like it's a crutch, sort of, like, always, religion just driving everything. Because I remember another time I didn't know what to say, but I was trying to get in this magnet school, and they were like, well, why do you want to go here? Like, I literally couldn't think for myself. I was like, well, if God has it in store for me, yada, yada, yada. Like, I couldn't even think of why I wanted it. But I guess, like, with religion, like, I remember I wanted to do this tumbling class for this cheerleading squad. It was on Wednesday night. My dad was like, we go to church on Wednesday. So I never learned how to tumble. And that's something I always wanted to learn how to do. So
Yeah.
I'm never, like,
Okay.
gonna take away something that my kids are interested in just because they have to be in a building in a church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
no, I totally
I'm
agree.
like,
I If people say we're God's children, then y'all do know that makes us gods.
yeah.
We all are gods. Like we can, especially women, we can recreate, like
Mhm.
procreate, sorry, whatever. But we are literally mother nature within itself. All the things that our bodies can do and can handle when we are having these children. I'm definitely a spiritual person too. I'm so spiritual, honey. I got candles, colors. I got the different stones all in my house that are in. I put in the sink or I use them for my little table. I literally will charge my crystals, put my moon water outside to make sure I have some clean water to cleanse my house. I sage my house. That's that's where I'm at with it because those
Yeah.
are real things that have been proven in life that were real.
Yeah.
We can't say everything about this book that someone wrote because it was written is that it
And
was real.
translated multiple times.
Thank you. And a lot of it, if you think about some of how they say some of the good ones versus the bad verses, it's like, wait, which one are you? But you're
Yeah.
representing the good and the bad. That's why, it's no, I'm not trying to knock anybody's belief. People are going to disagree with me. Some people are going to agree with me. I know there's a God. Obviously, somebody is taking care of us, and we are gods, and we are taking control of ourselves. But the whole Jesus story, I'm not buying it. If you let me know when y'all ever seen somebody die and wake up and just disappear for days, then now years. Come on now. Please tell me who else has done that. It just don't
Yeah.
make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me.
All right.
Okay.
What
What's the
advice would you give your younger self? I'ma say in your 20s. So what would you give what advice would you give yourself in your 20s?
In my 20s.
Yes. Well, I don't know how old you is, but I'm just gonna say
Oh,
younger,
what,
younger
31,
20s.
31.
So
yeah, we try not to ask
yeah,
ages
yeah.
because we
Oh, no,
know
it's fine.
the lady rule.
Well,
So
should I ask? I don't care.
I
I
mean,
ask,
I feel like
but
I feel like
I
women
just
can
said
ask, but a man
Oh,
asking me makes me feel a little bit different.
I don't know. I don't get, and that's I don't get why people be taking it as a big thing. Like I don't see what's the problem. I mean, shit, you want to know how old the person is? Hell, I be want to
oh,
know.
yeah.
Like, or if a man, like, how he supposed to know that he be dating
Girl,
somebody older
sometimes
and
people that I
younger?
don't want to talk to, I look at them and
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
Yeah,
I'm
true.
16.
yeah. I mean,
Okay, so
but
walk
yeah,
away, walk away.
I should do
but
that
yeah,
one day.
Yes,
yeah.
like I'm
Keep that extreme,
16.
Just
But
And I
don't.
bet they ain't gonna walk away because they don't care. People these days don't
Okay, and
care.
that's
They
how you
sick
find the
and they
fucking
sick.
creepers.
You're nasty. You're nasty. But yeah, but what would you give your younger self in your young 20s?
Okay, so I guess I mean, I'm trying to think what I experienced. Speak up for yourself is one thing because
Okay.
after like with my relationship with my parents or just you just
talk,
stop
talk your
speaking
shit.
for yourself.
Talk your
Yeah,
shit.
or you never know, like adults can mistreat you too, or
Right.
when it comes to getting a promotion at a job, if you've been taught your whole life to be quiet, then you're not going to know how to advocate for yourself. So I would definitely say better advocate for yourself and speak to strangers. That's how you end up what's oh my god, I have mom brain, what's that word? Networking, there you go. You end up networking, like literally I forget everything if I don't write it down.
No, you fine.
uh that's one thing with relationships. As far as just dating guys, like uh I mean, it's good to date, but if you're looking for something serious, most guys aren't looking for that at that age. I would say wait
Yeah.
for a man that wants to be a husband, basically. Date a man that wants to be a husband, then it'll like save you a lot of heartache in the end.
Yeah.
Instead of one that just wants a wife or the privileges of just having a girl on his arm or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. I just seen a clip. It was on YouTube. Um, and it was a girl saying you should never go all out on the back burner unless you know that's the person you want to be with and that you know that person wants to be with you. Don't just be having kids by all these different men because you are in love. You need to know that he's in love with you too. It is a group
Yes.
thing. And I can play devil's advocate because some people can say, I really did think I was in love with him. Love is blind. Like, you can think nothing's happening in your relationship and you can find out he's been cheating the entire time on you. And you'd be surprised how the fuck they pull
Yeah.
it off. So, no, I totally agree. That's what this one lady was saying, and she got pretty bashed for it by a lot of men. Actually, the men said, this is why we go out of our race so we don't have to deal with mess like this.
I'm dead.
And
That's a damn excuse.
and
I hate
and
when men say
but
that shit.
but when
Me
she
too.
came back, and she answered saying that to the tweet, she said, first of all, and y'all date outside y'all race because y'all are weak and you have small dick energy. You cannot handle a queen, a woman. We are strong Black women, and you can't handle that. So you'd rather go get some little Becky and she's going to do everything for you just because she's with a nigga. Like, and whether she's doing it to resent her parents because they don't like Black people, or whether she's doing it because whatever other reason, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she was just literally telling him, the people, only Black men, when you see a relationship and it's a Black husband and a Black wife, they said he has big dick energy. He is taking care of his wife. He knows that he can handle this ass and that mouth. That's literally what she said. Literally what she said. And I was just like, I mean, but the lady who was telling the story and just playing the clips of what they were saying back and forth, she didn't agree with her, so I didn't agree with her. I agreed with the girl on the video. That I agree with you. I'm sorry. That's just how I've always felt. Like, if you sold out, something in you, something's wrong with you that you couldn't handle Black women. Like, you're not like every other culture around the world. You do realize they have certain weddings because they marry in their culture.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, sorry, y'all want to make America so different. I don't. I rather see a Black couple together than a biracial couple.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, so since you got into the whole, well, I guess when you said the lady said something about cheating or whatever. Okay, so I have this question. You don't have to answer it. So what would you do if your okay? So I'm just gonna say because
If we're raw,
you have
it's
different,
raw and
yeah,
uncut.
you have different scenarios, and then everybody handle everything, every situation. So if, say for example, like your husband cheated on you or something like that, like how would you handle it? Like, would you rather try to work it out, or would you
Tay, you're on
Oh wait.
mute.
Oh, your
You're
mic.
on
Your
mute.
mic is on mute. Yeah.
Your mic muted.
Uh-oh, my bad.
Say it again.
Okay, so say for example, if your husband cheat on you, and I'm gonna say how would you handle that? Would you handle it as if I'm gonna work it out, we're gonna figure this out, or are you more so like, what, you got that one time to cheat and that's it? Like, you have people that's just like, F that. Like, you're not, nope, it only take that one time by my hand, I'm not dealing with this, or are you more so you're gonna try to work it out?
Um, I would actually try to work it out.
Okay.
I mean, there's different circumstances for everything. Like, it's
Right.
one thing because we actually, he didn't like physically cheat, but he was doing
Yeah.
some stuff where it could have led to that. And
Right.
so, but I
Entertaining hoes
understood
is cheating too.
we were going through like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I was pregnant, hormones high,
Hmm.
and then there were like I forgot what it was. We weren't really connecting. Even before that, we weren't really connecting. So I can see
Yeah.
how someone can step out in those situations. You feel you
Yeah.
have no other way. And then if
Right.
you're one of those avoiding personalities, you're not going to tell your wife that
Right.
you're
Right.
hurting, and you're just going
Yeah.
to go out and try to, find a way to feel
Yeah.
better elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, and then I saw it with my parents, and
Hmm.
my parents were married 20 something years. I think my dad might have had an affair twice or something. Like
Yeah.
my mom, she started listening to one of her single friends.
Oh
she
yeah.
kept telling
Oh
her, "You
boy.
need to leave him. You need to leave him.
See,
Move
it's
out.
always
His
them
friends."
single friends that are talking to the ones in the
Mhm.
relationships, and they be trying to make the girl leave her man because you want her
Yeah.
to yourself. That
They
like
want to
some
marry
creepy
dude.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. And
So she
I
kept
like
telling him to
that.
leave my dad. Yep. She
Yeah.
finally left him, and to this day, she
Really?
regrets it. My dad is remarried now for like three
Oh
years,
my
and
God.
she just thinks she's gonna be alone the rest of her life. And so,
So she ended up listening to her friend
uh
and
huh,
left your husband. Oh my God. That is yes,
Okay,
yes.
so oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no.
Can I just
and
please
this
put this
lady
in
is
there?
still dating married men. The one
Yeah.
Oh
married
my
to
god.
her. Yeah.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
What?
you can.
god.
Of course.
Okay.
Exactly. No,
Okay.
no.
Oh my god. Please let me say that just real quick, y'all. I'm not gonna make it long.
Okay.
The new show on Netflix. It's called You.
Mhm.
And it's
Oh, I
about this
watched it.
guy.
Yeah.
He's fucked up. Okay, so you know what he did to the girl's friend because the friend was
Yeah.
obsessed with her, the single friend. She tried to make them do
Mhm.
this threesome and all that shit. She wasn't feeling that. Bitch called her out on it. That nigga know he been all through your computer. He sees that you're obsessed with your friend because you have naked pictures of your friend saved on your laptop. That's fucking weird, bro. Like, so literally, dude just killed the bitch. He killed her friend. And Tay, I guess I'm just telling you this because she's seen it, so she know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
This
Yeah, I
nigga
seen it.
is crazy as fuck, but it's literally she was gonna listen to her single friend and move to Paris with her. Like,
Wow.
and she was literally doing all types of shit just to down their relationship because the bitch was obsessed. I be thinking these bitches do be obsessed with people.
People do be, and that's the thing.
Mhm.
People do be like that. Like I've seen so many different sides of when it comes to like cheating. It's like, bruh, you can't listen to. She's single for a reason. For one, like
Okay, she's
Mhm.
single
she's
for
single
a
for a
reason.
And
reason.
it's usually
And
single people
yeah,
that say they would leave if someone cheated. But if you
yeah,
put in
like
like
Yeah,
yeah,
five
yes. Oh
years,
my
like why?
God,
No,
sis,
no.
talk your shit. Come
yes, like
through.
yeah,
Say
that's
that one more
crazy
time for the people in the back.
for
Please
real.
say that one
Single
more
people that say
time.
they'll leave because they haven't
Yes,
put in the
it is.
time,
Yes.
the tears, the
Yeah,
sweat, the energy, the money.
yeah,
Like you haven't put in all the
Okay.
yeah,
work.
You
yeah.
telling me what I
I
should do
had
though?
yeah, I had
You
had
telling me what the fuck I should do though?
I had a few people tell me that being married and dating is basically the same thing because you can share bank accounts, you can live together, you can have kids. I'm like, bro, it's not the same. Like, I don't
Mm-mm.
care what nobody say until you get married. And I'm gonna say this: until you get married, you don't know how it is,
Oh
and
yeah.
it ain't like dating. So I'm gonna need for y'all to
It's
stop
it,
stop saying that shit
dating.
because it
Dating
ain't.
means we still have our
Yeah,
own places. Okay.
Yeah, I can get away
Okay.
from you.
I can get
yeah,
away from you. I have my own place. You have your own place. That's dating.
right, right.
Okay.
And
It's
then
funny. I saw this clip of Viola Davis saying your marriage
mm,
starts when you look at your spouse and you want to kill them.
man, yeah,
She said you look at them and you want to kill them, but
yes,
you still want to
yeah,
make it work.
That's oh my god.
yes,
This lady
exactly.
said when
Yes, I agree.
oh
I
my
agree.
god. Your marriage starts when you look at your
Yes,
spouse and you want to kill them.
yes,
Oh
yes.
my
Yeah.
god.
I agree.
I think about that though, and
I
that's
was
kind
like,
of
I've been
true.
there. I've been
Cause if
there.
you
Just
looked at a
dismiss
motherfucker
me.
like
Get
nigga,
away.
Yeah, I'll kill you because you just
man,
ooh
you just
wee.
ooh. And I and
Yeah, that's true. And
that's
then
crazy.
and then another thing, you get a lot of people that be like, if y'all get married and somebody cheating, that person that really never loves you. Like, but people go through so much stuff, and this is just not just the man and not just the one. Like
Mhm.
that, people go through a whole bunch of stuff, and for one, you are still learning your spouse. Like me and my husband together for like over 12 years, and we're still learning each other. Like
Yeah.
every day, I'm learning something, and then hell, like, and then when we look back on certain stuff, like when we first got married or whatever, I'm looking like, man, we did some crazy stuff. We argued about the dumbest shit ever, and like what the hell did we argue about? You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
I mean, my husband definitely done a lot of crazy stuff, especially in the beginning when we was younger. But guess what? Like now we can look back on that stuff and we could talk about it. Like, man, like why did we do that? Then
Mhm.
he tell me why he did it. Then it's like, okay, if I did something, I'm tell you why I did it. It's like we could have just easily talked about it. That's why
Yeah.
communication is very important and
Very.
just getting to know each other. And like like Dominique was saying, like all the other shows we had, like it's it's okay to get counseling, whether it's for yourself and your marriage, even if everything is good. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, there ain't no marriage gonna be perfect. So whoever think a marriage is perfect and don't nothing go on, they're a
Yeah.
fucking liar. They're
No,
lying. They're
no, real
lying.
shit. And I feel
Yeah.
like people don't want to go to a therapist because they don't want a motherfucker to tell them about themselves.
Oh
Because my
yeah.
therapist tells me that he has people who come in and they're just like, you can't help me.
Oh,
Why would I need to see you? Okay, motherfucker, if your mindset
they're
like
not
that,
even
then obviously I'm
interested.
not gonna be able to fucking
Yeah.
help you because you're not even open to it.
Yeah.
But then when I went to him voluntarily. I knew I have a lot of childhood trauma that affected how I act with certain people or how I maybe always doubt people because I have abandonment issues or I have trust issues. Like I knew that was like affecting how I treated my relationships. So I knew I needed to work on it. So I went to a therapist. I've been seeing him now 3 years. And for the last past year, we had to do couples therapy, and it was good for us though. They were doing exercises, putting your 5 categories in order from a list that you think that is important to your partner, and then put a list of what you think is
Mm.
important.
Oh, we did that too. Me and my
Yes,
husband. Yeah.
loved it. I loved it. Like it literally, we were on the exact same page, and we literally both had the things important. They were just maybe one maybe switched, but these exact same things is what was important to us. And if it was one different thing, then now I know something about you.
Oh yeah. Oh, can I speak on that? Like,
Hmm.
Yes.
so the because my husband, we were both seeing a therapist, and we were supposed to write down what I wanted out of a husband. And so things he wrote down on his sheet were like something like someone in college would say, someone who hasn't been like in a long-term
No.
relationship. So he was just like, like, oh, tall, dark, handsome, superficial type
Can you
things.
repeat
And
that?
like
You
on my
broke up.
page, I was writing things
Can you
like,
repeat
I
that?
want
I'm sorry,
someone.
Jenny.
Oh, he was writing stuff like superficial things like tall, dark, handsome, just things, basic things like, on the
Okay.
surface level or maybe one level below. And I was writing things like, well, I want a husband who it takes the initiative to do things. I want a husband that, wants quality time and does stuff without being told, like things like that. And so that was interesting to see like our perspectives. Like he's thinking him just being here is enough. And I'm like, nah, like you need to do
Right.
a little more,
Exactly. Exactly.
plan dates and do things like
Yeah.
that. So it was
Yep. No,
good to
that
have that brought to light.
I felt like that helped us so much. But I was always one thing I loved about my son's father. He always was dating me. Like it was still like you
Mhm.
still date me. You still take me places. You still show me to do things. We still go on vacations so that I can see some of the world that you've seen. Like
Mhm.
and for versus my girls' relationship with their dad, he was more the type of person when we go out for one, I had to pay every time because you don't want to do it. You think going out is
Mhm.
stupid. You'd rather do it with some white chick than do it with me. And you were just not doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Versus well, I'm trying to go out with you. You'll even this dude hit someone else's car at the fucking zoo, backed into somebody's car, and this nigga just drove off. He didn't, even try to write a note, nothing. He just drove off.
They ran
And
insurance
he
after that.
yes. And then
They
Yeah.
and then you literally did that just for us to go home? What the fuck are we gonna do at home? Watch TV and smoke? Nigga, we can do that every day. Like we do that anyway. I'm not like it was sad to me, but so when I did find my son's father, my life had completely changed. It was everything that I wasn't getting. Now I'm getting all of that. And that couples therapy for us, it brought us closer. It did. And my
Yeah.
therapist, he's a damn good therapist to me. I like having someone. I get therapy from a white man because I don't want to talk to a black woman. I feel like you would be too much on someone's side. I need an unbiased opinion. That's what I need. I need an unbiased opinion.
Oh.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Is there a moment or an event that radically changed the way that you see the world?
I'm trying to think. I guess I don't want to I guess say too much on this topic, but I will say there was a moment uh it actually, like, what happened to me, it kind of just, I guess I really grew up in a bubble. That's what I learned. Like, I didn't really face any like serious adversity or anything. But even people you think are your best friend, good friend, whatever, like, if you go through something like really significant, like, a lot of people just don't really care about you. That's what I realized.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Come through, sis.
Yeah.
Like,
Talk your shit.
when you're like really, down and low, like, you find out who your support system is. I will say that there was one girl, I thought she was like, I would have said she was my best friend. But when I started going through this situation, all of a sudden she was busy all the time. This is someone who I've listened to for hours talk about her issues. And I realized I was her friend. She wasn't mine, because when I really needed
Yes.
her, she
Yeah.
was busy. And then when I brought it up to her, because like I said, I don't speak up for myself, but you know what? I was like, I'm gonna put my whole self out on. I'm gonna be vulnerable. And I told her, I was like, hey, a year went by, mind you. I was like, hey, last year around this time, I told you I was really going through something and I needed to talk. And it just, it hurt my feelings that you never got back to me. And she
Yeah.
immediately went back to herself. Well, I'm busy and da 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 da. I haven't talked to her since. It's been almost 2 years now. And
Wow.
I
Wow.
don't think, if I saw her on the street, I don't even think I would say hi to her. I've known her since I was 3, or yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
she
Damn.
just went about her life like nothing was wrong with mine. But my husband was there for me. I would say he was there for me even more than like my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally be the one that
But
you're
yeah.
living with that does a lot for you. That's
Yeah,
how
that's
I
why
Mhm.
feel.
it's like,
That's
if
how I
you,
feel.
like, the infidelity thing, like, if that happened, like, I know he was going through something, and
Mhm.
I'm not gonna throw all of our whole relationship away just based on one act.
Right.
So,
Right.
uh,
And
yeah.
yeah, no, I agree with that because I felt like when my son's father lost his dad, he was going through some things. I mean, he wasn't doing infidelity or anything like
Mhm,
that. But I mean, he was in the beginning when we first got together. Like it took
mhm.
2 years of that because he had an ex that he was with for a very long time, and this bitch is thirsty and she won't fucking leave him alone.
Go away.
Still to this day, she won't.
Oh
Still to
wow.
this day, she sent a picture, talk like from like a random profile on Instagram, and said, "Oh, she was a baddie. I bet it was great hitting those cheeks." So there is like,
Yeah.
okay. He
Good
sent
to
a
know.
video of me and him in San Diego of us walking the safari, kissing, having a great time, just loving it. He's like, "Sure, bro." He's like, "But I got something better." He sent
Uh,
Mhm.
that video. So she had nothing. She couldn't say anything because then we noticed this picture she sent is not posted anywhere on your social media. So
mm,
it's not like somebody copied this picture. This picture came from your fucking camera roll.
yeah.
So we know it came from you. And all she could say was, "Oh,
Wow.
she's beautiful. I'm happy for you guys." I'm sure you are. That's why the fuck you're hitting them up. Because you're
Wow.
happy for us, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. And I had already told the bitch. One time I told her I was at my mom's house in Texas. And I said, "Bitch, if you come to my mama house, my mama will watch me beat your ass in her driveway."
Mhm.
Okay. So just know that. You don't want to fuck with me, my nigga. I promise you, you don't.
Oh my god.
I'm so serious. But it's just
Speaker.
she's just like so, and I that's another thing I don't like when he's clearly moved on. It's been 5 years, and I've had 3 years of loyalty where there he hasn't talked to you, he doesn't mess with you, he's not messing with anybody. I know where my man is all the fucking time. He doesn't go somewhere and I don't know where he is. Most of the time I'm going with him, because it's just literally me and you all the time that have to do stuff. So we just put the kids in the car, we all go do stuff together. And I feel like some people are so delusional. They think that since they've been with someone for a while that they have some type of hold over them, like they'll always come back to you, or you think you can say one thing and you think he's going to talk to you. Like, he despises you just as much as I do. You're repulsive. Like, I promise you, I wouldn't even let you touch me. Like, she even tried to tell me that I needed to get on the same boat that she's on, and
What?
we're gonna share him. Bitch, I'm sorry, I'm greedy. I don't share nothing. You got me fucked up. I have
Wow.
shared all my life with my 5 other siblings, boo boo. I am grown right now. I'm not sharing shit. You got me fucked up. I said, bitch, better get on board and find out she's gone.
Right.
And that's what you need to get on board with, bitch. Promise you. But she ain't want no smoke. She's scared of me. I promise you, she ain't want no smoke. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
Mm-mm.
Jennie. I'm sure you know who I'm talking
Oh,
about.
Oh, I'm sure
the
like
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah, it's that one. That one.
Wait, with the video?
Yes,
No.
yes, yes.
Oh, that one. Oh, I thought they were done. I didn't know it was her.
Been done. He's been with me for 5 years. Y'all been
I didn't
done,
know she
nigga.
was
Like,
still like coming at him
she's
though.
still coming after this nigga, and I'm like, yo,
Wow.
when I he had to stop me because I'm like, I'm finna say something to this bitch. I'll go off quick, bitch. I'm finna say something. He's like, no,
Oh
babe, don't say
wow.
nothing, don't say nothing. I got this. And so when he sent that video and he said what he said, I was like, okay, you got it. I'm gonna let you handle it because I was hot. I was about to like cuss her out and some more shit and tell her, bitch, you
Oh
can meet me in
wow. I
Vegas.
thought like they were like
They
I thought they had
been
a falling out. Then they just
been
went their
been
separate ways.
done. Like, bitch, you been done. I came around. That's what happened. He
Wow.
met me
Okay.
when he broke
Oh,
up with
then
her.
dropped her.
He met
Oh, it
me.
makes sense now.
So he was putting so much time in me, and like the first year and a half maybe, he was still kind of dealing with her because he was like a security blanket for him. He
Yeah.
was with her for a very long time. I totally understand. I was just in a long relationship myself for like 6 years. So it was more so I'm just like, okay, what if I see you, I see you. If it happened, it happened. But yes,
Yeah.
it is that one. It is that one.
Oh. Oh.
Very much so. It is that one. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Oh, one more thing
So
to like to that question you asked though, like about, something that made me rethink life or whatever. But like what I went through, it almost made me think of like death in a way. Like because I was
oh
literally
wow.
at that point, like emotionally like dead. And I was just thinking like you see the world is still moving, everybody's still living their life. Like what you do with your life, no one really like people may say something, but at the end of the day nobody really cares what's really going on in your life. And you just have to make sure you live life to the best of your ability and you cherish moments, because when you're gone and everybody's just going to keep living whether
mm,
you're hurt or whatever. So definitely put a different perspective
yeah.
Okay.
there
Yeah,
for
no,
me.
I definitely feel that. Well, where do you picture yourself in 5 years and 10 years?
In 5 years, well, my husband, he's general surgery resident right now. He's in his last year. So if he finds out if he matches this Wednesday, so we'll find out if we're moving to Utah, LA, Dallas, or Florida. And that's only a year. And then after that, hopefully we'll be back somewhere in the DFW area. Uh, and raising our family, and I might homeschool. I'm still thinking about it. I'm not sure yet. Because I used to teach, but after having kids, I was like, nah, I need to do something
Yeah,
else where
I
I
used
can
to
make my
teach
own.
too. I taught for 6 years. I did. I taught for 6 years. And I used to still have to work, take care of children and babysit for people, because kids that were in my class and stuff like that. But I thought about homeschooling as well because I wanted my kids. I remember Tay, you thought about it too, right? Like a couple years ago, I think you were even thinking about homeschooling
Yeah,
your kids.
yeah. I was looking at. I think it's called K-12. I thought about putting them in that and doing a homeschool, but shit, I don't know about no damn school. I don't know about no homeschool. I ain't no teacher. So, but yeah, I did think about it. I thought about it though, because but if I put them through the K-12, I think they like teach them and stuff on the screen or whatever. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I thought that was what's
But
up.
yeah.
But so I know you said earlier that you take pictures. So are you taking pictures like professional pictures of like people and their family and stuff like that?
Yeah. So
Okay, so do you
I'll
have
take family photos. Yeah.
Mhm. So do you have like a so say like and you said you're located in what state right now?
Charleston right now.
Okay, so for the people that's in Charleston, can you give us like
Mhm.
your I guess like your Facebook, Instagram, so
Oh,
that everybody can follow
Jennie.
you?
Oh yeah, Jennie Danny Photography. So JenniDani Photography, and that's Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, and are they able to book through your Facebook and Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. All righty. Yeah, I just want to put that in there so
Okay.
everybody can be able to
Thank
follow
you.
you and book
Yes.
some
Yes.
sessions.
You can if you want them to even follow your personal Instagram, that's cool too. You
Yes.
can share anything that you like.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So,
the photo ones. Good.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
But
So
Great.
yeah.
y'all go ahead and book her, get some pictures taken, and
I'm literally about to go to your Instagram and go look at your pictures because I want to see
yeah,
some good stuff that you've
I
taken
need to
pictures
post
of.
some
yes,
more stuff on there then now.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
yes.
gonna
Go
go on
ahead.
Constantly
there.
updating photos.
Yes,
Right, right.
yes. I would
Okay.
definitely do that.
Well, everybody, we want to thank Jennie for being here and taking the time with us and talking with us. Y'all know where to follow her. Y'all have tuned in to another show of Mom's Intuition Podcast. And Tay, you know what we always say.
It's okay not to be okay, y'all.
Period.
That's
All
true.
right.
All
All right.
Well,
righty.
thank you so much, Jennie. We
No
loved having you
problem.
on the show.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thanks for inviting me.
No
All
problem.
right.
You have a great one.
All right, you too.